Hello everybody. So I'm making this video to help you out a little bit with FOIL multiplication. And before I tell you the context for this, you'll find in this lesson some other videos and other problems in my math lab that deal with solving radical equations. So this is about a component of that procedure. At some point in the procedure for, this or this, okay, we'll find that we need to square something like root x minus 8 plus 4. Okay, so let's talk about how to do that. Short answer is you would use FOIL multiplication, but I want to look in a lot of detail about the pattern to do that, because it is just a pattern and we need to piece together the pattern just right. Okay, so here goes. If I'm going to square something, to square something means to multiply it by itself. So what I have here, if I need to do this, if I need to take root x minus 8 plus 4 and square it, I'll be multiplying it by itself, okay? But then if I'm going to take this times this, if I'm going to multiply this by itself, that's what FOIL multiplication is for, okay? So let's do that in 4 steps because, FOIL and FOIL multiplication, those 4 letters are 4 steps, 4 things to do in order to multiply this out. All right, so the F stands for first, and I've drawn arrows connecting which terms I mean by first. That means the first term in each parentheses. So that would be, in my case, root x minus 8 times root x minus 8. So right here, I'm going to do just that. Remember, I'm going to do this in 4 steps, so I'm not going to worry about all the other stuff. If I take root x minus 8 times itself, then I get x minus 8. Now, that's because of another rule. There's lots of rules in algebra. Okay, so like it or not, that's the way it is. We just have to get used to it. If I take a square root times itself, like if I multiply like roots, let's just say in general terms, root of n times root of n, or what that n is, could be anything, but if it's the same in either root, then I'm just going to get n. So for example, I could say root 5 times root 5 is just 5. I could say root x minus 8 times root x minus 8, because they do match, just like the n's and the 5's is just x minus 8. Okay, so that's first from FOIL. Next, let's do outside. See, it's FOIL. So we did first, O for outside. So I've drawn again an arrow connecting what I mean by outside with respect to our original problem. And that would be root x minus 8 times 4. Okay? Now, that seems a little backwards. I know that the order here is root x minus 8 times 4. But we can write, if you want, 4 times root x minus 8. There's a rule for that too. It says when you multiply a times b, you'll get the same thing if you multiply b times a. That's the way numbers work. And I know these don't look like numbers necessarily, but they are numbers because it is math. Okay, we just don't know what x is. So, for example, if I take 2 times 3, I'll get 6. If I take 3 times 2, I'll also get 6. So whether I write this as root x minus 8 times 4 or 4 times root x minus 8, it's all the same, but it will look better. I think it'll be more obvious what to do if we write it like that. So I'm going to write the outside component of FOIL. I'm going to say 4 root x minus 8. We're done with that. So let's go to inside. Now again, I've drawn my arrows connecting the inside terms, connecting what I mean by inside, and to multiply the inside terms would be 4 times root x minus 8, which is just 4 times root x minus 8. We'll just leave it like that. There's nothing else I want to say about what that is besides 4 times root x minus 8. So what have we done so far? First, outside, and then inside, and now last. Again, you see the arrows connecting what I mean by last. It's this times that, whatever that is. In my case, that's 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. It's just 16. We don't need to do anything else. Now, with FOIL multiplication, we're supposed to do all that. We're supposed to multiply the firsts, the outsides, the insides, and the last, and that's what it looks like. But our result is first plus outside plus inside plus last. Okay? So in my case, with all of those have already been worked out, that would be first x minus 8 right there, plus outside 4 root x minus 8, plus inside, again, 4 root x minus 8, plus last, see how it matches up? Okay, last 16. Okay, all right. So there is almost my answer. I'm one step away. Whenever I get a string of things that are added together like this, which is what I have, you know, I got first plus outside plus inside plus last, then I will add whatever I can among those terms. Okay. All right. So let's focus on this. Let me see. I guess what strikes me the most about what I can add together is the 4 root x minus 8 plus the 4 root x minus 8. Like, those are like terms. They're the same kind of thing, okay? It's kind of like this. I want to give you an analogy about how these are like terms because it might not be obvious to everybody. If I have 4a plus 4a, I get 8a. Like, these are like terms because they both involve the unknown thing a. If I have 4y plus 4y, I get 8y. Again, because this unknown thing matches. They're both y. But, you know, algebra is symbolic. Like, we don't deal with just numbers we know. We have symbols. We have x's and y's and n's and a's and b's. We have all these letters represent numbers that we don't know. So I'll be really dramatic about it. I'll say it doesn't matter what these are as long as they match. You know, I could say 4 drawing of a cat plus 4 drawings of a cat is 8 drawings of a cat. All right, just by combining like things together, they match. And 4 makes 8. Okay, so even though that root x minus 8 there might seem too complicated to apply this to, it's all symbolic. It's like I can apply it to my cat picture if I want to. So that's how I get x minus 8 plus 8 root x minus 8 plus 16. Okay, I put that was the final answer. I guess that was short-sighted of me. I really wanted to stress about adding these like terms. Maybe you can see if there's one more thing that at least when I was writing this out, I forgot to do. Are there any other like terms? You know, like terms are, you know, things such as 4a and 4a, or 4y and 4y, or 4 drawings of a cat plus 4 drawings of a cat. Is there anything else that we can combine? Like terms is just anything we combine. And I would say, well, you could add the negative 8 and the positive 16. Okay, so all right, what I should have written for my final answer is x plus 8. Okay, right there, x plus 8, because I get negative 8 and 16. Okay, and then plus 8 root x minus 8, which you'll see here in a second. And there we go. That's more like it, okay? X plus 8 from adding the negative 8 and the 16 plus 8 root x minus 8. Okay, so I guess you could say this video is review. You may have seen or learned FOIL multiplication somewhere else before you got in this class. It may have even been a long time ago. But nonetheless, if reviewing is what we need to do, then that's perfectly okay. So I hope this helped if you're having trouble with that video. And if you need help reviewing anything else you see along the way, let me know.